Every year, approximately 100,000 American horses are taken to slaughter. These horses come from racetracks, private farms, the wild. They go to auctions and they are bought by a slaughter person and then taken to a slaughterhouse. As a horse owner, I have looked into the positives and the negatives of the horse slaughter because there's lots of rumors from both sides on how it benefits and how it doesn't. Many people believe that opening the horse slaughter plants benefits the economy and the horse market, but in actuality, it is inhumane. It encourages illegal actions and benefits other countries more than it really does America, since this meat is going to other countries. I would tell you the common thoughts on horse slaughter and then the actual truth. One of the most common thoughts about the horse slaughter is that it does something with the unwanted horses. And in America, we do have a lot of unwanted horses, and we're not sure really what we want to do with them. People cannot afford these horses. They think they cannot be broken. Whatever the reason, they're just unwanted. People think that sending the horses to slaughter will take care of these unwanted horses. But one answer to that problem is charity. You can give your horse away. There are many horse rescue farms that take these unwanted horses or the horses that have been neglected. And one is Beauty Haven Farm and Equine Rescue. They're at www.beautyequinerescue.org. They do have horses that they have taken from people that they're old, they're just not wanted, whatever the reason they take them. And then many colleges also accept horses. For instance, at FSCC, we have a class for horse training. We would take a horse and we would break them and then we could sell them or give them back to you. Rodeo takes horses, like they want them to buck. They also take horses. People show them at other colleges. There's many ways to give them away. And in actuality, the horse slaughter plants being open, it encourages breeders to keep breeding until they find what they want. And whereas when they're closed, the breeders have to be more selective with their breeding so that there's not so many horses. Another common thought is that horse slaughter is humane and the fact that there is regulations, but what people don't know is the regulations really aren't good and they hardly ever follow them because nobody checks up on the slaughter plants. Horses are transported from the auction in a double-decker trailer, which is what you see cows being hauled in. And these trailers are meant for cows specifically. The horses have to ride with their heads down because they're so tall, leaving them unbalanced. They could fall over, they get trampled on. With their heads down, they can very easily get kicked. There's just many ways that they get hurt. And a lot of times they're traveled in that trailer for 36 hours with no food or drink. Horses are also put in the kill box, which is like a slippery, bloody floor, and it's a box where they kill them just like cattle, which is where they stick a bolt in their head. They shoot it in their head. But horses are not like cattle. Their brain is located further back in their brain. So first of all, when they're hit with the bolt, a lot of times the horse is taller and they'll move, so the bolt doesn't always hit where it's supposed to. So a lot of times it'll injure them, they'll hit them in the eye, and they'll have to be hit several times. And when it hits, since their brain is located back, it a lot of times just paralyzes them. So then they are drugged to where they are hung by their back legs, and they aren't actually dead until they slit their throats. Another thought is we are a struggling country and that these horse slaughter plants will cause jobs. And these jobs don't go to your everyday American. They go to criminals, people that just get out of jail, or illegal immigrants because they will work for less. So therefore, these slaughterhouses that are privately owned hire people that will work for less so that they're making more money because of that meat is so profitable. Um, I just don't know who would really want to work at a slaughterhouse because you're seeing and you're killing animals day after day. That becomes so heartless. And there's numerous stories about it. You can look at the slaughterhouse at www.britishmeat.com. It's a story about a guy who works in a slaughterhouse, and he tells you about how it changed him in so many ways, and you just aren't the same person after all of that. And this does increase your criminal activity. A lot of these horses that go to slaughter plants are stolen from people's houses because you can take them there and they write you a check, and horse meat is really expensive, so you're getting quite a bit of money. And our wild horse population has gone down so much because people are taking these horses out of the wild, and so they're just taking any horse they can find and taking them to slaughter. And then after all this information, would you really want a horse slaughter plant by your house? I personally would not. I won't want that kind of involvement by my house. I have horses and I do not want them stolen for money. That's just horrible. Horse slaughter is just not the answer. Unwanted horses, it actually allows more unwanted horses, and horse slaughter is actually not humane in any way. And it should be handled a lot differently. And also, it's just wishful thinking that the plants will increase more jobs. It doesn't increase enough jobs to be worth it for this cruelty. As an American, you need to know what's going on in your country. You need to know that the jobs out there are for more criminal people, and they're increasing that criminal activity. It's not anything good. I beg of you to get more involved with this, to research. There is a petition out. You can Google it. It's on the government site where people are petitioning to get these horse slaughter plants back closed. They don't want them anymore. They're horrible.